Okay, can't stop playing. So this is still day 2. I have tanked 20 points the last session, which obviously isn't that much, but it is hard for me to string together wins at the moment. I think playing okay, but blundering lots of pieces, which means not playing okay, and being a bit slow. So one of our few wins came out of this line, the Mechanus Carl, as it is known. Played d4, I guess, and then queen c2 maybe, and bishop d3, and castles. They're playing very fast, but they did hang a pawn. It's a pretty important pawn because now d5 is coming, and now they're hanging more things. And with the c-file, even I should have the... Okay, they just attack things every chance they get. Noted. c6 is loose. e7 is loose. Let's trade a pair of rooks. And maybe f3. King f2. When they inevitably attack something, as they do at every opportunity. Alright, we'll trade that. And we'll win c5. Oops, didn't mean to click them. Oh dear, this is bad sportsmanship. This is very bad sportsmanship. f5, hit the rook. Okay. Making sure it's not stalemate again, because that was deeply embarrassing and sad. Alright. Okay, gotta win. Caro-Kann. They will do the trick where they threaten mate. They did not. Now that lets my bishop come out because it means I'm not forced to play this early e6 before the bishop comes out. So I feel pretty good about this. I have knight e4, knight g4 maybe in the air. I think I want to get my pawn to h4 so that knight e4 or knight h5 can come to g3. Seems like a useful square to control. And I'm going to play f6, and then I have to defend e6 because their bishop will be on it. But I think I have nice activity here. Okay. Let's just defend e6. Sort of threatening maybe bishop e4 or knight e4. Where's your rook go? Try to trade off the pieces they have developed just because it's not many. We always have a knight coming back to e4 if wanted. Now rook comes in, and I don't see how they save the material. So okay, I feel very good about this game. And we're just going to make sure... What's the problem? I don't even have to worry about rook check. My knight probably comes back to e4 here. Maybe I go to e2 so I can come to f4. And just cement the knight, threaten queen g2 to e2, which is mating. Miss this, but I just take. Threatening queen f2, which is mate. And we got there. Alright, nice game for the Caro-Kann. Sometimes going and getting a drink of water and taking just a momentary break from playing can be really useful, rather than just keeping to plunge points down the drain. So bishop g5, I like to meet with f6, which isn't always best, but is usually a decent try, and my point is my knight is going to be able to harass their bishop pretty effectively. My queen side has kept together. I don't want to allow an h5 check. Let's just chase that, and then I win h4. I think they should have played bishop f3, so they were at least threatening knight b5. Let's keep queen on over here so I can play c5. Alright, keep b5 under control. I can't come to f6 because knight takes e6, but I can play knight d5 here. And I don't know which way I want to retake. I'm going to retake this way. Pawn on c3 looks good. Play b4. My queen's a bit out of the game, but I think their queen has enough trouble sneaking in. They're really trying. I respect that. Okay. The left. Trying to play rook g6. I can't play queen e6, but I do have to play faster g's. Let's play queen e6 this turn. Okay, well now we're winning. But we're gonna lose on the clock. Gonna run with my king. Oh, we got them on the clock. Yes. Wow. That was a very weird game to win. I think that's 3 for 3. We're approaching where we were at the start of the last video. But that was a lucky game to win. I think I was down like 5 seconds there. But we found some checks. Alright, gonna play... Okay, this is weird. Normally they play with e6. But I'm just gonna assume they're basically just a move down on the kid here. And try to push where I have my majority, or where I have my more advanced pawns. Maybe knight b5. And say queen b3. If e5, I just retreat the bishop. And then I think I try to play for c5. Happy to trade the queens. We can pin that 2 different ways. I think this is my preferred. And of course we hung our queen, but got very lucky and they hung theirs. So that was a disastrous game, but we got the win. And I think I'll play one more, and then I'll do a review session like I did yesterday, where I go over the games I played and input into the openings. So we're playing an Exchange Slav for the first time, I think, in this run. I'm going to play f3. I feel like the tempo is not very useful to me, but I like to check there. I'm going to bring my king to f2 and play rook ac1. I always have bishop c7 in the air and knight a4. The b6 pawn's a serious weakness. Okay, so we'll play bishop c7 and then maybe g4. If they bring the wrong rook, I can play bishop d6 and get out this way with tempo. Yeah, I should just be winning a piece. Okay. They keep finding ways to attack things, but b5 I have under control. At least I thought I did. Can I hit them with bishop c5? They can give up the rook, but at least I get some material out of this. Oh, I totally missed that. Alright, let's keep attacking things. But, oh, I've blown this. I have blown this. Alright, we take b5. They take the wrong way. c8 is hanging, and they might have a back rank problem. Because we're threatening rook c8. So they have a little trouble taking this. They should just take e7. Yep, they saw it. But now I threaten rook c8 again. Yeah. This is a little tricky for them. We'll just try to be annoying. Check. Now with the knight coming to e5 and the rook to f8, I'll play f4, h4. Kind of meant to play h4, but this looks good. We wrap the rook and threaten rook d7 with mate. Ooh, nice. Okay, 5 for 5, and we'll play one more to see if we can end up rating on the day. Okay, so we got white. Don't know if I've been doing better with white or black in this run. I'm not feeling great about the English. Probably the opening I'm feeling best about is the Caro-Kann, but I think I've been doing pretty badly in it, so I'm really not sure where my results are. That might be interesting to check, just which openings I'm actually having the most problems in. Alright, well, we didn't in fact get white. So let's try again. Did we just win 5 in a row? I don't usually win 5 in a row in my videos, so that would be quite nice. I'm going to play c5, knight c6, g6, bishop g7, e6. I'm not going to play that way anymore. We're going to solidify the center. I would like to play d4, but I want to do it with tempo if I can. And then try to play e5, e4. My bishop on e7 is a little worse than if it was on d6 in these lines. Play h6 just so knight h4 doesn't grab my bishop. Trying to play e4. I think e4 is really a useful thing to play. My bishop countering their bishop on the g2 diagonal I think's pretty good. Try preparing rook e8, just making sure I have things under control. Maybe queen c7. I'm assuming e3 is going to come, and I'm not sure how I want to meet it, but I want to disincentivize it. Maybe knight b4, threaten a2, and potentially trick them, as has happened. And maybe queen c6 is coming. Just make their knight feel pretty tied down. I can grab a pawn, so I'm going to, because that's how I roll. Probably bishop g5 next turn, and then maybe queen f4. Control e3, maybe think about playing kind of an f5 or h5 type line. Let's just bring my pieces forward. Okay. I don't think they actually want to trade this. They disagree. So I'll slowly snake my pieces in, try to play h5 and rook g5. I think I still want h5 and rook g5. Now, I do not want to hang f7. Guess, gotta play faster. Pin. Alright, and that's fast enough, and we're up slightly. And they want a rematch, and of course, we'll always give a rematch to Wesley So. Okay. Do your pawn push. Guess I'm not going to castle kingside. But you also can't evict my bishop. So it does look kind of nice on g5. Not amazing, kind of nice. You also, they don't have a knight with access to d4 easily, while I have knights with access to d5. And my rook has first access to this file. So I think this should be a good position. My one problem is my c2 knight kind of sucks. So where could it go to become better? Right, I'm going to take that and then play knight d5. Not sure about this, but my other knight now has access to e4. I'm predicting bishop e7. Now I threaten knight d6. So they have to be careful. Alright, maybe f5, g4, g5. Don't think I'm scared about anything over on the queen side right now. I have b3. Queen a5 check, also in the air. Probably should be played at some point. Maybe rook h7, just activate pieces. And now might be a good time for queen a5 check. But maybe wasn't. Now I'm stopping knight f6 so they can't go for an opposite bishop's endgame. f7 is, don't see a way for them to defend it, and if that falls, my bishop comes to e6 and is very strong. I'm threatening f6 check. I think I still want f6. I do not want to take like that, because of course I want rook takes d7, and knight f6 checkmate. Ooh, well, let's try to push. We'll play till we lose or till we hit 2400. I think I will approach their opening the same way I did last time. Only play d4 when it comes with tempo. Play knight c6. I'm always happy with these double d pawns, as we've seen in the Caro. Okay. Now, a rook on e8 looks very nice. They can't castle because e2 hangs. So they do have something to worry about. Okay, they disagree. But I do not think they were right. If bishop f4, I think I'm just going to keep my bishop on. Though it is my bad bishop, but I thought the look of knight b4 just seemed very annoying for them. But they have knight e4, so what am I getting here? Not sure. They'll kick my knight back with a3. That's not the way I expected them to do it, but sure, it works. I'm gonna trade. Try to play f5, I think. Okay. They can win a pawn by taking on c6, but it seems a little optimistic on their part if they wanted to. 85, hit d3 again. Always just a slightly annoying square for them to defend. Maybe I should have played queen f5, but then they have bishop e4. Do I want to allow an opposite bishop endgame? Sure. I can't claim this is good. I'm just claiming that I'm probably not going to lose. Okay, well this slightly helped me. Is it enough to press? No. But I'll come to c1, maybe they'll hang a pawn. They did not. Alright, I'm going to give a draw if they can play fast enough, and they could. I am pressing for 2400, but winning that kind of position is not polite. Alright, and they respond with something perhaps just intended to catch me on the going too fast. Seems a little impolite after I was polite, but you know, what you gonna do? Where's my bishop belong? No idea. Let's play bishop b3. If they take, I hit the bishop. And then I want a castle, but bishop a6 was annoying. I'm gonna keep stuff pinned. They can maybe win a pawn here. Yeah. But I have some activity. I can take a7 if I want, so I will. d1 looks good. Maybe just push my a-pawn. Why not? Let's keep pushing it. Get the pawn to a7. And then maybe bishop g5. And pretend I have a kingside attack while they're distracted over here. I don't, but I can pretend. Of course, if a back rank check is very unpleasant here, but they gave me time to escape. That was nice of them. Maybe queen f5? I guess I just take this pawn. Everything's defended. Is this endgame not good for me? Might not be. Not sure. It's not. Alright. Well, very lucky. And I can convert this. Or can I? I can. Phew. Okay. And we're one win away with black against the mighty GM Wesley So. Let's play e5. I'm going to play a reverse closed. It's kind of goofy of them. I suspect they're a little tilted. We'll open stuff up because we're already ahead in development for some reason, despite not having the white pieces. I'd love to play e4 and d3, but I don't really think I can. Seems a little loose. They go queenside. What am I thinking? Let's put pieces on the queen side. And then put some pieces in the center. I am not looking to trade that pair of knights, I don't think. I'm not sure why I'm so opposed. Okay, we'll trade this pair of knights. Am I getting anything here? No, but maybe they'll hang a2. Knight coming to d5. e3 is a little loose. Turned out loose enough. Maybe a knight to f4. Gotta be a bit careful. Rook g2. No, they can't play that. So I'll question this file. Now, we might be headed for a knight endgame, which would be delightful because knight endgames are relatively easy to win. Check and then back. Again, heading for a knight endgame, hopefully, with a hopefully passed pawn. Let's get the passed pawn as far away from their king as I can. No need to give up anything, I don't think. How do they stop the pawn? Okay, fair enough. And they're doing a smart thing, which is they're letting my pieces go as far away from the action as they can get them. But now... Oh, no! No, what have I done? Alright, one more game for 2400. Alright, giving up 2 draws where perhaps it was not needed. I'm gonna go h4, h5. Let's see if we can inconvenience them. I like the pawn on e5. Now knight e4 I think is a big threat. They prevented it, I think, correctly. And maybe bishop d3. Threaten a6. I'll just castle kingside. And play rook b1, b4, b5. So if I take on e7, I don't really get much of anything. Oops, meant to play b4. Of course. Maybe knight a4, c5. If, I'll just come back. Maybe a knight comes to g5 later. Oh, knight b6. I missed that. So we're on b7. And let's keep everything. Let's keep everything. Let's try to just keep them really tied down to b7. Trying to give no counterplay. Because I think they're a little faster than me, except when they have bad positions. So we're just trying to keep them with bad positions. Is a queen trade good for me? Probably not. Now I threaten rook c6 if they miss it. I think they have to play rook a8 again. Okay. And how do they ever move? So I'm going to bring my king to h3 and play g4. And then I'm going to try to play f5. And we got there. All right. And we end reaching 2400. Not going to give another rematch this time. We head over to the opening study. And also, we're going to open up our past games and look through them. But I will do that in the next video. Really pleased I hit 2400. Maybe we'll make it to 2424 after all. Cheers.